I think there's an element of courage in a way to move, because even within the United States, you could grow up in one particular area in one state where the film industry, in particular, maybe isn't as prominent, or there isn't an industry or community. And a lot of people fear the idea of moving. They move away from friends, they move away from family to be able to actually kind of inject themselves in an area where they might feel more fulfilled. They might find a sense of community. And you obviously took a bigger leap to go to a different country.
Yeah.
I guess personally, what was that like, kind of maybe leaving friends or family behind and
Yeah.
kind of having to, start fresh here?
That's a great question. I think uh, like for this move right now, it's funny because I think I'm still processing a lot. Still, it's very early days, obviously, but it comes in like small spurts. It's like the other night I was like having a moment on my own in the evening, and like I was thinking about my best friend, and I was like really missing him a lot, and it's like a very melancholic feeling, and it was heavy, and it was like it's like now you're out here and you're kind of like finding your place, but I think in general, I it's always felt like the most natural thing to do, like this is obviously like my first big move like
Yeah.
this, but I think that for the last 10 years I've been very much on the move, and seeing different places, and like not like still haven't really been rooted, in one place so much. And I think that goes a lot into like, as a person with like immigrant parents in Sweden, and this is so many people's story, but we have this like in Swedish we would call it like the sort of in between ship. I don't know if you guys use like something similar, but
No, what is that?
it's like it's like you're brought up in the country,
Mm-hmm.
but your parents are immigrants,
I see.
so you like never feel enough of any. It's like for me, it's like, oh, you're not black enough, oh, you're not Asian enough, you're not Swedish enough. Like so it's I think that has like helped me a lot actually, because like growing up that was awful, and it was like I have no sense of belonging or like community, and it just feels like wherever I went, it was like you're not enough of this or that. So like I think one good thing was like I got very comfortable with being on my own, and I like still to this day I think I have no problem with being alone, and that's kind of nice. But more so these days, I think, which also comes back to what we speak about, like moving here and transitions and all of that, is like you actually understand that you're so much like you have so much understanding of everyone,
Yeah.
because like I know what my mom comes from, which is like quite a she comes from Sri Lanka, and it's been like quite a strict bringing up, and also the culture there in terms of parents and kids are so like the kids are like their parents' property in a way.
Interesting.
Uh,
It's a totally different dynamic. Yeah.
it's wild.
Yeah.
It's so wild, and like I was brought up a lot with that mentality, and but I know my mom had probably like a times 100 version of that. So yeah, you get a sense of that, you understand that, and then like all of my like Swedish friends had such a like loose goose kind of
Yeah.
bringing up. Everything's like chill, and I'm like, oh my god, my mom's gonna slap me if I if I do this. It's like, so it's funny how that's worked later in years. It's
Yeah.
like now it's like I think I can just adjust to
Mm.
most things like quite
Mm.
easily, and I mean I have to like it obviously,
Yeah.
but it's like I can sort of be a chameleon in that
Mm.
sense, and just transition easily because I have this background and understanding of like, okay, you come from this, and I sort of know these patterns, and all of my
Mm.
friends were really mixed as well,
Mm.
so that just bled in so much to like being able to like be comfortable with yourself,
Right.
and also with other people's,
Mm.
and as a matter of fact,